So what's going on, everyone? My name is LittleMarMan, and I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to another one of my videos. Of course, we are going to be talking about a very, very interesting character from the Call of Duty Zombies storyline today by the name of Dr.Monty. And feel free to leave any information that I have left out or correct me down in the comment section below, just for a reference to myself and of course a reference for others. Now, today I'm basically going to summarize all the information that we know and sort of the idea we have formed around the character of Dr. Monty, and this is all of course pre-DLC 1. So if you're watching after January 2016, chances are I have an updated video on sort of who actually is Dr. Monty and his background story as well. So do have an eye out for that if you are watching it after January 2016. But for my viewers in, of course, 2015, we're basically going to be summarizing the works and sort of ideas and backstory of Dr. Monty. Now, Dr. Monty is probably best known for his gumball machine. Dr. Monty's GobbleGum machine. Dr. Monty's gumball machine. It's sort of, people call it different things, but basically the GobbleGum machine that we see around the maps. It's obviously in both the Giant and Shadows of Evil, and of course we obviously get a sort of certain class set for these gumballs, and of course we can then sort of gamble our way to get better GobbleGums through Dr. Monty's factory, which I'll be coming back to in just a second. But basically that's what Dr. Monty is best known for. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that he was actually sort of the inventor, what it seems, of the summoning key. Now, from sort of scraps of paper that we found around the Giant, we can put them all together and we see a diagram of the summoning key and its links to sort of different realms and different dimensions, and it is signed down the bottom right corner, Dr. Monty. So of course Dr. Monty, a lot of people thought this was Maxis, but no, definitely Dr. Monty. Obviously they both have surnames that start with the letter M, and that's what you can sort of depict from the signature, but not both of them have Y's, and that's what sort of differentiates both of them from each other. So basically the Y in the signature clearly shows that it was sort of Dr. Monty. Now, either Dr. Monty invented the summoning key, or Dr. Monty sort of knew all there was to know about the summoning key and sort of how to work it, how to use it, and sort of its link to different realms and different dimensions and how to use it basically, and that's that. But basically you can take what you want from it. Like, it's clear that he has great knowledge of the summoning key, but whether or not he invented it is totally up to Treyarch or up to the information that we further find in the maps of the Giant and Shadows of Evil. But for now it's pretty much 50-50, and honestly I have a feeling that he more than likely found it because it's sort of a relic object. It's sort of an ancient object. It's been through, like, before his lifetime. Basically I'd say he did quite an in-depth study on it and sort of knows everything there is to know about it. Honestly, I wouldn't say he invented it unless he is from the past, which gets me onto the next point, which is of course that if you didn't see sort of a video I put out a while ago, and of course the popular theory amongst zombie YouTubers and theorists is that the perk-a-colas are from the future. These perks that are sort of around our map and gives us abilities are actually from the future, even though they, like, the price on them is a bit wary. Yes, I know they are 5 cent. Why would something be 5 cent in the future when price normally goes up over time? But these sort of perk-a-colas, they give people abilities and they look futuristic. They, like, maybe you could even buy a, like, a just going to the gym and you're just feeling down, you pick up Quick Revive to sort of get yourself back up. It's sort of like a futuristic energy drink, and sort of ones that give you different abilities. You can imagine them being sort of in the future, and that's sort of a popular theory. But when it comes to Dr. Monty's sort of gumballs, and in particular Dr. Monty's factory, it seems like a futuristic setting, which we don't know whether Dr. Monty is from the past or is he from the future. But what we can take from it is that he seemingly owns a factory, or is head of a factory as well. Now, I could be going totally off sort of with this, but it is Dr. Monty's factory, and he either did this privately on his own, or just like the animation shows, these sort of GobbleGums were actually generated in a factory, and sort of he was the one that sort of made the ingredients, made all these sort of equations and formulas to form these different flavor GobbleGums that give you different abilities. And you can even link him to sort of being the inventor of the perk-a-colas. I don't know, I could be going totally off with this, so let's take a step back. If he's not from the future, then he could definitely be from the past. let's assume that he was sort of studying around the time of Darius. He was in Group 935. Let's assume he was in Group 935, studying everything to know about the summoning key. Of course, Richtofen mentions having heard about the summoning key before actually having the summoning key, and of course, like, just say sort of these sort of crossed sort of information, cross studies, and sort of Dr. Monty's sort of studies crossed over with some of Maxis's experiments and different things like that. And of course, at the time, Group 935 were trying to win the war for Germany. And let's just say Dr. Monty was sort of drafting his ideas for GobbleGums and drafting his ideas for perk-a-colas. I'm sort of sticking with the ideas that maybe he even invented these perk-a-colas. So let's say he was drafting his ideas for all this, and he sort of wrote out all he needed for this and different equations and sort of techniques on making these sort of drinkable, chewable abilities, and it all came to be, but sort of he couldn't actually develop it too far. So maybe him being sort of a test with teleportation as well, we can actually sort of form an idea that possibly, maybe now, this isn't anything confirmed, it has no sort of lead, that maybe Dr. Monty actually went forward in time in the teleporter, sort of got the facilities and sort of development skills that he needed with sort of the futuristic machinery and things like that, and sort of got all these things and then sent them back. And of course, when something gets sent back, it creates an alternate timeline and an alternate realm, which is of course the Giant, and which is of course another alternate realm, which would be Shadows of Evil. And obviously Richtofen, at the ending cutscene of Shadows of Evil, uses the summoning key to of course travel between these realms. And of course, since Dr. Monty had great knowledge of the summoning key, he knew exactly how to send something back. But this is of course all unconfirmed, and it's just me having a bit of fun and a bit of a guess with Treyarch's storyline, as crazy as it is. But let me know down in the comment section below, do you think Dr. Monty is from the future, or do you think Dr. Monty is from the past, or even is he from the present? But then again, what is the present when it comes to Treyarch's storyline? Honestly, if you do know the answer to that question as well, let me know down in the comment section below. But before I finish up, before I go, there is one thing that sort of links Dr. Monty, legitly links Dr. Monty to Group 935, and that is of course Element 1115. Of course, Group 935 put a lot of research into Element 115, its abilities, its power, and used it to power a lot of its machinery, and used it to sort of produce a lot of weapons. Now, Dr. Monty indirectly sort of did the same. To operate Dr. Monty's factory, to produce a gumball, you require at least one liquid divinium. Now, if you head on over to the periodic table of elements, and you go all the way down to the element that has 115 electrons, element 115, you will find that that element is actually called un pentium. Now, un pentium is also known as divinium. Now, basically, you are collecting liquid element 115, and this is of course the exact same element 115 that we know and love from, of course, the Call of Duty Zombies storyline. And that is where I'm going to leave it today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all learned something. If you did, I would really appreciate if you smash the like button to show your support, and subscribe if you're new. And that is pretty much it. Once again, I hope you all have an amazing day. I'm going to go, and I hope to see each and every one of you tuning in to, of course, tomorrow's zombie video. And until then, I will see you all later. I will see you all next time. Peace out. Thanks for watching.